Hello, Chick Chatters. We are back with another Sister Wives recap. My lighting's a little bit harsh today. We have like a big storm or like a bunch of rain going on outside. So sorry about the weird, like cool lighting, but we're going to just dive right into the Sister Wives recap. It is Easter time and they're getting into like Easter versus Passover stuff. I'm not really going to dive much into that. The only interesting thing about that was the main difference was when Robyn came into the family, because they had decided pre-Robyn to not really do Easter, and they decided to just mainly keep it religious. And then when Robyn came in, she was like, I do Easter. I'll go to my mom's house. And of course, as Janelle says, Kody did not want that. So they decided to do some kind of like hybrid Easter. Now, Christine says that that was one of the few things I think that was good when Robyn came in. She said there was some things that got better because of Robyn, and Christine wanted Easter. I think it was Janelle didn't care, and Mary never really had Easter. So Christine was the only one like, I want Easter. I think it was like that for her with a lot of things. So yeah, so I think what she said here about some things getting better for her when Robyn came in was true. I think a lot of things got worse for her too, but So Christine says that now that she is out of the relationship, she's going to be bringing Easter and all the things that she loves back into her life, which why not? Janelle comes over to Christine's for Easter. So Janelle comes in with her kids. They want to do more traditions with the older kids, give them a new identity outside of like the family, because like it's just not working. Kody thinks that this whole new identity thing is just like Christine and Janelle's plot to like keep him from his kids. And it's like, sir, you don't even care to be around your kids. There's no plot here. They're adults. How much influence do you think these women have over like adult children? They're adults. Almost all of them are adults. There's no actual like children over there besides Truly. And Truly has from what we learned the last episode, she's got a good relationship with Kody. So his relationship with his adult children is on him. I'm just so sick of him putting it on these women and everybody else. Like, oh, they're conspiring against me. All your kids got to do is watch TV. All your kids got to do is look at how you communicate with them. He said later on in the episode basically that he doesn't even feel comfortable going to these kids or the other wives or anything. So you don't want them anyways. At least their moms are doing stuff with them. Like, what do you want them to do? Wait around for you to call? You're not calling. You said you're not calling. So I don't know, triggered me. But Robyn says that she mourns every time that they plan a holiday. And I'm like, okay, sobbing Robyn with your no tears. Mary said that for her, it was just a regular Sunday. Robyn did not invite her over. Kody did not invite her over, which in that one episode, I don't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before, Mary said that Robyn's going to need to like tell her in advance about things so she can come and do stuff. So what's the point of Mary staying in Flagstaff if they don't even invite her over for like holidays? I don't know. It's just strange to me. Like, just let her go. Let Mary go, Robyn. You're just being selfish. Janelle said that this was the most peaceful holiday that she's had, and she just doesn't really miss anybody. She don't miss Kody. She don't miss Mary. She don't miss Robyn. I mean, she doesn't really have great relationships with any of those people, so I don't blame her. Well, Kody says he doesn't know what to do with a marriage that is supposed to be eternal but has no fire. This fire burnt out like 10 years ago. Like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? You've had 10 years to figure out what to do. Just let the girl go. I know in their religion, the men don't normally leave the wives, but to be honest with you, I don't think they really follow that religion anymore. I think that they still are religious, but if he's monogamous and he's already missing a wife, I don't think this is like the same anymore. I don't think it matters. Just like let her go. Cody's like miserable at this point. I don't see why keep doing this. Here's the thing, like Mary's getting this other girl's husband to do like all the husband stuff for her, like that she should be getting from like her husband. But Kody doesn't see himself as her husband. So why would he do those things for her? It seems like Robyn's like Mary's like friend, and like Cody's just like Robyn's boyfriend. So it's like, well, really Robyn's husband, but I'm more thinking of like high school, like Mary's Robyn's friend and Cody's Robyn's boyfriend. They just all get together and like hang out and stuff. Like, yeah, Mary gets along with the boyfriend and stuff, but there's nothing more than that. Mary's kind of talking about when she told Kody the news of her moving to all of her stuff, I guess, besides herself, from Flagstaff to Utah. And she was really hoping for this realization. In the one episode, she said she was very slightly hoping for it, but she knew it probably wasn't going to happen. In this episode, she's saying that she was hoping for it. you could just tell Mary's hoping for it. She's pining for this man. For some reason, she is just still pining for this man that wants nothing to do with her. And she's sitting there like, he just went through one divorce. Does he care about getting another? And it's like, girl, no, he doesn't. Not with you. He does not care about that with you. He barely cares about that with Janelle at this point. He's been saying, Mary can leave. She can go off and she can leave. And I would be fine. He said, good on you, Mary, when you said that you weren't leaving. Kody says that Robyn pressures him to fix his relationships with Janelle and his kids and Mary. Kody says when he's around them, there's no flicker or flames. I'm sorry. You can say that about your wives. You can say oh, there's no passion here with Janelle. You could say there's nothing here with Mary. But you can't say that about your kids, dude. You made these kids. You're going to say there's no flicker or fire with your kids? You're going to lump your kids into the same thing as your wives? That was the one thing he said that kind of made my jaw drop. Nothing in here is new. This whole episode is just a rehash of the episode before that and the episode before that. We're not getting into the real meat and potatoes here, which is people leaving and actual changes that are happening in the family. We're just still stuck in these conversations, which, yes, before you make any big decisions in life, hopefully y'all think it really, really through. But these women think it through for decades. So Kody saying that his kids don't give him that fire to want that relationship, throw the man away. Throw the man away. He wants one family. At this point, y'all are abusing this man because he has flat out said, he is married to the love of his life, but he has these other situations that he doesn't know what to do with, and it's causing him anxiety. I think this is an unpopular opinion maybe, but this man is miserable. Nobody deserves to be that miserable. I know Kody is a whole hot mess, but Kody only wants to be with one wife. He's said this so many times. He's saying this right now flat out to us. He's got one love of his life. He is with that one love of his life. He doesn't care to work on these other relationships, even with his children, his adult children. These other kids that he has aren't going to grow up and whatever. But like I said, he's going to have a much better relationship with them when they do. It's just sad. He has no relationship with his older kids, and he doesn't even care to. He's I don't feel no fire there. I can see why you don't feel no fire with Mary. He hasn't had no fire with Mary in 10 years. Just let the girl go. Janelle, they're going through a really big rough spot that I don't think they're going to get over, and Janelle doesn't think they're going to get over, and Cody's she don't want to get over it. I don't have no interest in it. Janelle's the only maybe that Kody thinks that can be resolved. But he's saying he has no fire with his children. Isn't that I don't have any kids, but isn't the thing when you have a kid is you have this overwhelming love and just this unconditional love, and Kody is missing this unconditional love for his kids. It's just such a weird thing. Maybe it's because when you have to split your time into fourths, into thirds and stuff like that, you can't maybe grow as much of a bond with them, especially after they separated from one house. Yeah, I just think at this point, they're kind of low-key abusing Kody because he don't want to be in this. He don't want to be in this. This man is tired. He is aged like a president, and it's not in the works for him anymore. He don't even want most of his kids anymore. If they don't want to conform to whatever he likes, whatever he wants, if they're not going to blindly follow him like a cult leader, then he don't want anything to do with them. He just says that he's got loyalty at Robyn's house, and that's really all he needs is loyalty and her kids. That's it. He said he's built this life at Robyn's house. He's used to just doing all these things there. They have this relationship. He wants to be a monogamous, you guys. We got to stop pressuring this man to have all these wives because it's just not it for him. He's miserable and everyone else is miserable. It's just made everyone else miserable. It's like Christine said in the last episode, when he got with Robyn, he just should have been you know what? I've found the love of my life. I don't know what to do from here, but what should we do from here? Because you were just putting these women through torture for years, trying to be good enough or get back to where they were. But I think Robyn was the first time Kody was probably ever in love. They talk about how Mary was 19 when she married him and he was 22. They only knew each other for 6 months. They only knew of each other for 6 months. They weren't even friends. So yeah, maybe it was just too much too soon, and he had all these women and he wasn't really in love with them. He was doing it for religious reasons. So when he found somebody he was in love with, which is why we see Robyn 10, 16 years later this is what we get. This is what we're getting now. When you're not upfront about your feelings and you're dragging all these people along, this is the mess it created. It created a huge mess along the way. Kody says he talks to Janelle and that he thinks he could reconcile it, but it would cost Janelle her friendship with Christine. And Janelle's not going to do that. Janelle is not going to give up her relationship with Christine at all. Kody thinks that they just like conspire together and talk about him and stuff. And it's like, dude, just get over yourself. Like, even if they do, maybe instead of like being upset about that, maybe give them less to talk about. Maybe be a more present father. Maybe be around your wife more. Maybe try. But he doesn't want to try. And Janelle doesn't want to try either, let's be real. So they're doing Easter in Flagstaff at this point. So they switched from Utah with Christine to Flagstaff with like more of Janelle's kids. They went over to Flagstaff, rented a house, and now they're celebrating with like Gabe and Garrison and all the kids that are in Arizona. They're kind of talking about Thanksgiving and they're already locking down their holiday plans. Janelle says it's July, but they're celebrating Easter. So I don't know if this was like a weird editing thing and they just edited the clips together wrong or something. But like, I'm pretty sure Easter's in April, unless they didn't get together again for Easter until July. It's a little bit of a mess to me in my head. I'm like, okay, whatever. But Garrison says that he was going to lend his house to be common ground for everybody, including Kody and Robyn and their kids. Like, he was like, I would love to just have like a neutral house that everybody could go to. Because to be honest, I don't think anybody wants to go to Kody and Robyn's house. It is their marital home. I feel like it's kind of like what Mary said in one episode. When she walks in, she just kind of feels like a third wheel when she's there. And I feel like it is a different dynamic in Robyn's home because it's like y'all are just guests in this married couple's home. Like, I feel like that would be a better idea, would be to go to one of the kids' houses or do something like that. I don't see why that's not possible. But Kody says that he would never do that. He said, this is my house. Loyalty's in my house. If my kids want to see me, they'll come to my house. That's crazy pants. I don't know how many family gatherings that I've went to that were at someone else's house other than my parents. Like, just because my parents have a house and there is love and loyalty in their house does not mean we have to go there for every single family event. You can go other places. It's just, and it's not COVID anymore. There's no reason to not go to other places. It's just so wild to me. They shoot over to Mary, who's just like sitting on Robyn's porch waiting for them to come home. And the kids run up to her, and it's really nice to actually see kids really enjoy Mary. She says that the experience of Kody and Robyn's kids is not something she's going to walk away from because these kids really appreciate her. I guess the older kids have a better appreciation for her because she gave up her legal marriage for them to be adopted. There is that. And I guess that's nice. I mean, at least that was for something. Janelle and Christine talk alone. They were on this other level away from all the kids. And Christine wants to get some info out of Janelle. She's not trying to poke her too hard because she don't want Janelle to sit down because Christine wants the tea. She's working for us. She's treading lightly. She gets out of Janelle that Kody would stay at Janelle's from 7 p.m. to the morning. And he would get up early in the morning and go to Robyn's house and get her kids ready for school when he would stay at Janelle. He would go there to pretty much hang out for 2 hours and probably like go to bed and then get up at 6 a.m. and go get his kids. That's just so strange to me. That's just like having a sleepover with someone's husband. The moment, like Janelle even says this, Christine's face was not having it. She says that there was never a time when Kody left Robyn's house to come get her kids ready for school. She doesn't understand why Kody would leave one wife to take another wife's kids to school. And that wife can't just take her own kids to school because that's what they had to do. I mean, Janelle says that her and her oldest, I believe Logan, would get her kids ready for school. If you're really trying to work on things with Janelle, you would think that you would just put more effort into that. Like, you would not leave at 6 a.m. I get they're little kids and it's nice to take them to school, but you see Robyn literally like every day. I think like the 1 or 2 days you stay at Janelle's, the kids are fine and Robyn can take them to school. But Kody says, it's because he used to work a lot with the other kids. He was trying to make ends meet. Now he's got the time to be with the little kids and take them to school. As a kid, you do remember your parents taking you to school, but you don't have to do it every single day for you to have a good relationship with them and for you to have those like memories with them. Like the days you're with Janelle, the few days you are with Janelle, because it's not every other day you're with Janelle. You're down to like 2 wives now, right? Because you don't go see Mary. So it's not like every other day you're with Janelle. It's probably like every 3rd or 4th day you're with her. You can't not take the kids to school. It's Okay. So Christine starts getting into what a bad sister wife is. She's so sick of being called a bad sister wife. And I'm honestly sick of hearing her being called a bad sister wife. She says that a bad sister wife monopolizes the man's time, and she's just sick of being called that. And Kody says, no, a bad sister wife is someone who takes her kids from her husband. That has nothing to do with being like an actual sister wife. That's more like your marriage. Like, that's not a sister wife. It really don't have nothing to do with that. So Kody just loves to throw any and anything at the wall and hope that it sticks. They also start talking about Janelle and Cody's date, and Janelle says that the date was basically like a platonic like friend thing. There wasn't really any romance there. He dropped her off at her apartment when it was over, and he went back to Robyn's, and he hasn't even called her since, and it's been like a couple weeks. Janelle's just fine with her being dropped off. She's like, oh, go to Robyn's, I don't care. Christine's just flabbergasted. She's like, call it like it is. Get out of here. Like, you need to get out of here. You're not happy here. You're stuck in this thing, and it's just not good for you. She just wants her to get out of this situation of being married to Robyn's husband. Janelle feels this vibe from Christine that she just like feels bad for her and like pities her. And Janelle's like, I'm not doing this. No one should feel bad for me. I'm fine where I'm at. I do not want to reconcile with Kody. I think she's just taking her time leaving. I think for Janelle, it's more about figuring out this whole release thing and like how it works with her religion, because I don't think she's in this with Kody anymore. She said multiple times, they're never going to do holidays together. They're not going to reconcile. She doesn't feel anything there. He does not belong to her anymore. I think for her, it's more about reconciling this with her religious beliefs and just her personal values. So I think that's what's taking Janelle a minute. I don't think it's as easy for her, because with Christine, she just denounced the faith. She's like, I'm not in this anymore. I'm not even in polygamy anymore. Like, I'm done with this whole thing. Janelle's open to polygamy. She says that, you know, if it was the right person, if it was the right calling for her, she would do it again, which flabbergasted Christine. She was like, what? Are you sure? You know, you never know. Janelle really might meet somebody that's like perfect for her, and she might not want that. But Janelle does seem like the kind of person who likes a lot of alone time. So that's why she's good with this whole sister wife situation, is because, you know, she can get her alone time. She's very independent. I don't think Janelle necessarily needs a man anyways. It'll take a lot of time, I think, for Janelle to actually date somebody else. I don't think we'll see Janelle dating like we see Christine moving on and getting married. I don't think we'll see Janelle doing that for like a few years. I think she's very content on her own. She has her kids. And I think that's really the love of her life. The love of Janelle's life is her kids. I don't think it's any man or Kody or anything like that. I think Janelle is just so secure in who she is. She's so secure in her relationship with her children. She doesn't really need anything else. She knows she deserves more, and she's taking it for herself, which good on you, Janelle. That was a Kody line. Good on you, Janelle. But I actually mean it. Christine and Janelle weirdly talk about like a family reunion and how they're open to a family reunion once a year to kind of get the kids together, or like once in a blue moon, which I think would be a good idea. Although like, I think they just would have to include like Robyn's kids, basically, maybe Leon. I don't know. But otherwise, I don't really know what's the difference between like them getting together and like a family reunion. Robyn says that doing a family reunion would be like asking for a fight, basically, because they haven't resolved everything. I'm sorry, but since when do you have to resolve every single little issue before you get together as a family? Because I'm not gonna lie, me and my sister have like a very like hot and cold relationship. We can go months without talking. We've gone like a year without talking sometimes. We also don't live in the same state, but we are very different people. We don't get along a lot of the time. You know, we get along, we don't get along, we get along, we don't get along. But when we don't get along and there's a family event, we both go. We might not like sit around and like talk to each other and like kiki the whole time, but we still go. So I don't understand why you can't do family things, even if there is a little bit of tension, because how do you expect anything to ever get resolved if you guys never see each other again? Sometimes those are the events where you make up at. Sometimes those are the events where everybody kind of gets together. They're feeling all the fuzzies, the warms and fuzzies, and they want to make amends. Why wouldn't you want to open yourself up to that? At least open yourself up to it. You don't even know if there's going to be a fight. You're just assuming. Even when I've been in a huge fight with my sister and I've gone to a family birthday or Christmas, or, you know, I still do the holidays with her if I'm around, even when I can't stand her. And we don't fight at the holiday. You can compartmentalize and you can also work things out. There's so many options, but if you're not even going to try, none of these things are going to happen. So I don't agree with her or Kody by saying like, oh, this is going to be volatile and blah, blah, blah. Y'all are the only ones making it volatile. Everybody else is open. Y'all are not open. Y'all want to be by yourselves. Y'all want to be alone. Y'all want to have your own family. Just say it. Just say it. You know, like Christine is saying to Janelle, you know, call it like it is. Robyn and Kody, call it like it is. Y'all don't want to get together with this family ever again, especially Robyn. At least Kody will say it, but Robyn keeps trying to play this whole like, I want to be with the family. I mourn over the holidays. But then when Christine and Janelle offer up a reunion, oh no, couldn't do that. There'd be fights. That's just asking for problems if nothing's resolved. Well, then resolve it. If you're not going to resolve it for a family reunion or for your kids to get together because y'all claim that the kids are the most important thing, they're not. Y'all's egos are the most important thing. Janelle don't care if she interacts with Robyn or Mary moving forward, although she is open to a reunion. Mary's also open to a reunion. Mary's like begging for crumbs. She's like, yes, a reunion. Awesome. I'll go. Let me call Leon. She's down with it. The only two people who would not be down with any type of reunion at all is Robyn and Kody. Why be around people you don't want to be around, right? Stop gaslighting us. Kody says that Mary's really got little involvement with Robyn and the kids, and that, you know, Mary keeps telling him that she's not moving on and that she's still in this marriage. She's still going to be here. And she keeps like reassuring him, but he don't want that reassurance. He wants her to leave. He wants her to move on. He thinks she should move on. For some reason, Mary says that you have not told her this. So tell her this. Send her a text even. I don't even care. I don't care how you do it. Send her a text, send her an email if that's sufficient. Tell her all these things, because apparently watching it on TV and hearing it come out of your mouth is not enough for Mary. You need to send her either a document or something in writing where she can read it over and over again. Maybe even do a voice note. I don't know. There's got to be some way you can convey your feelings to Mary where she's actually going to hear them. Because I'm sorry, if I was on a TV show and me and my husband were having such big issues, and every time he talked about me in a confessional, it was like, I don't want to be with her. I want nothing to do with her. But when he talked to me in person, he never said those things. I'm sorry. I'm still going to listen to what he says in a confessional, just because when he's not around me, I think that's more of what he feels than when he's with me, because people will try to skate around your feelings or walk on eggshells around you. But if this man is saying, when he's not around me, he does not love me, he does not want nothing to do with me, he thinks I should move on, and he's been saying this for years, you best believe I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, well, he hasn't said it to me, so I'm still here. Stop. Y'all cannot live this way. This isn't healthy. This is just blows my mind every single time. She's sitting here does he want another divorce? Yes, Mary, he doesn't want to be with you. He says it often. It's so hard to hear, but you have so much more life left to live. Go be like Christine. Go find your happiness. Go find somebody that you can love. Go find your passion, or even just go be with this Jen girl. Not go be with her, but go be closer to your friends. Go be closer to the people who actually care about you, because this isn't it. It's just so infuriating seeing Mary talking in her confessionals. I'm like, ugh, stop. But about Kody, she makes so much sense about things, but then when it comes to Kody, it's all the sense is gone. It's like opening an empty wallet. All the sense is gone. And the thing is Robyn don't even remember the name of Mary's businesses. She's like, is it Carriage House? Is it that? Okay. I always think it's Stable House or something. Girl, you're not close with this girl at all. I know my friends' businesses, if they had them. I know their names. Come on. Y'all are related. So come on, girls, stop it. Christine in her confessional says that if she was about to marry a guy that had other wives and they were soulmates, she wouldn't do it because she wouldn't want to put the other wives through that heartache. Obviously, speaking from experience, you don't need 10 years to figure out that one of your wives is the love of your life. So Kody's known, probably since he met Robyn, that Robyn is the love of his life. And he's just been kind of playing this charade. I think he's just kind of kept these other situations around. Obviously, in part to appease Robyn, because Robyn keeps saying she wants polygamy. She does not want monogamy. She wants him to work on these relationships. Kody wants monogamy with Robyn. He does not want polygamy with Robyn. He just wants to be with Robyn. I think they just wasted a lot of people's time. And I think especially Kody wasted a lot of people's time because he was knowing his true feelings, but he wasn't expressing them, and he just let everything go to crap. Now that everything is crap, he will tell us the truth. Christine kind of openly asked, does she really want to be married to Robyn's husband? Janelle just thinks that Kody changed years ago and that he's just been waiting for everything to fall apart. He's not been pining for his family that he's lost, except for when his ego is bruised, except for when he looks bad. Then he has all these things to say. That's why he's still harping on these issues from years ago with his kids. You cannot let any of this stuff go to have better relationships with the people in your life. Then you're going to be a miserable person. And Kody is a miserable person. Kody, Robyn, they're both miserable people. They want to complain about the family not being around and about not having a family. and about not being able to get together as a family. But whenever there is a little rope of hope for Robyn, that there could be a family reunion, that little rope of hope that Christine threw to Robyn. Nope. So I don't care about your ropes of hope, Robyn. You don't even want to take one for yourself. So stop throwing them out for other people. That's where I'm going to end this recap on. Thanks for joining the Sister Wives recap. Thank you guys for subscribing if you've subscribed, and liking if you've liked, and we will see you on the next one. Hopefully we get Brooke back sometime soon because, man, my voice hurts. Bye.